And that is reshaping Britain's global profile and identity as a great global player. And on Europe, clearly we have to give effect to the will of the people in the referendum, but that does not mean in any sense leaving Europe. There's a massive difference between leaving the EU and our relations with Europe, which if anything I think are going to be intensified and built up at an intergovernmental level. And I was very pleased to receive a phone call from Secretary Kerry of the United States, who totally agreed with that analysis. And his view was that post-Brexit and after the negotiations, what he really wants to see, and I think this is the right thing for the UK, is more Britain abroad, a greater global profile. And I think we now have the opportunity to achieve that. So overall, it's been a very exciting day.
So Foreign Secretary Johnson, diplomacy is about personal relationships. I mean, you've said in the past you've compared a likely the presidential candidate to a sadistic nurse in a mental hospital. We know what was said about President Obama and his ancestral heritage. And today, the French Foreign Secretary has said you've told a lot of lies in the campaign. The German Foreign Secretary has said some of the stuff you've done is outrageous and irresponsible.
Well, after a vote like the referendum result on June the 23rd, it is inevitable that there's going to be a certain amount of plaster coming off the ceiling in the chancelleries of Europe. It wasn't the result that they were expecting, and clearly they're making their views known in a frank and free way. I have to say that the gentleman that you mentioned, the French foreign minister, in fact has sent me a charming letter just a couple of hours ago, saying how much he looked forward to working together and to deepening Anglo-French cooperation on all sorts of areas, and that is what we want to achieve. And here in the Foreign Office, we have such incredible skill, such talent, and I'm absolutely certain that we have the people here who are going to be able to forge that global identity for Britain.